High above the frozen peaks of the north, where the air is so cold it crackles like glass, lived a young white falcon named Shiro. Shiro was a rarity's feathers were as pale as the falling snow. But beauty did not mean strength. Among the other falcons, Shiro felt like a ghost. He was not the strongest hunter, he was not the fastest flyer, and deep inside, he doubted himself. Every morning, the other young falcons gathered to show off. They dived into the freezing canyons at high speeds. They wrestled in midair, locking talons and screaming with pride. They celebrated their power under the bright sun. Shiro watched them from a lonely, frost-covered crag. He tried to join them once, but his wings folded under the pressure of the mountain gale. He tumbled into the snow while the others soared. No one mocked him out loud, but Shiro felt he didn't belong. That day, amidst the swirling snow, Shiro made a silent promise. He would train alone. No applause, no audience, just effort and the endless frost. Before the sun touched the horizon each day, Shiro stood at the very edge of the highest precipice. The air was freezing, biting at his chest. The sky was a bruised purple, dark and indifferent. No one watched as he threw himself into the void. He jumped. His wings shook violently against the polar winds. Sometimes he lost control and spiraled toward the jagged ice below. Sometimes he crashed against the frozen stone, leaving him bruised and breathless. It hurt. It drained his very soul, but he never stopped. Every fall taught him the secret of balance. Every mistake built a layer of unseen strength in his wings. While the other falcons rested in their warm nests, Shiro practiced. He studied the invisible currents, how the cold air pushed, how the thermals lifted, how the blizzard changed its rhythm. He trained in the middle of blinding whiteouts, where no other bird dared to breathe. He turned through ice caves so narrow his feathers brushed the walls. No cheering, only effort. Repeated again and again. Some days were agonizing. The wind felt like a wall of iron, pushing him back. His muscles burned with a fire that the ice couldn't extinguish. He wondered if he would ever be truly sore. But he remembered something simple. Others trained when it was easy. He trained when it was hard. One afternoon, a legendary great gale swept across the Arctic. The wind didn't just blow, it screamed. The sky turned a terrifying gray, and the clouds spun like a whirlpool. A young, boastful falcon was caught in the center of the vortex. His strength was useless against the chaos. He was being smashed toward the rocks. Shiro saw him without hesitation. He folded his wings and became a white arrow. He dove into the heart of this storm. The wind was fierce, but Shiro knew its face. The chaos was wild, but he understood its language. He had trained for this alone. He cut through the gale like a blade of ice. He reached the falling falcon, caught him with a precision only silence can teach, and together they rode the very wind that tried to kill them. They rose above the storm, into the calm, golden light of the upper atmosphere. They were safe. The other falcons, huddled in their caves, stared in disbelief as the two birds descended. "How did you hold steady in that madness?" they asked, their voices trembling. Shiro only looked at the horizon and smiled, because strength built in silence does not need an explanation. The next morning, before the first ray of light, Shiro returned to his frozen cliff. He jumped again. He trained again, just like always, because he understood the secret of the White Falcon. Real growth happens when no one is watching. Real strength is built in the shadows of effort, and when the moment comes, your preparation will speak for you. Your quiet struggle today becomes your unstoppable power tomorrow. If you liked this story, please subscribe and leave a like so we can make many more stories like this.